everybody, this is Alice Pino with USA Link System, shortly ULS. We are a digital marketing company in Los Angeles, and we are dissecting some digital marketing topics. Today's topic will be about Instagram Insights, how to access them and how to use them. That's something we have covered numerous times in our bootcamps and our posts, but I decided to do a live because there was a lot of questions and discussions in relation to that. So here I prepared some screenshots of our own account. We can go over that. So let's take a look at the insights. So first and foremost, if you do not know how to get to your insights, go to your profile, look at the top left corner with the hamburger menu, and click on it. And from there, right here, you can click on it, and from there you can select insights. So the insights will bring this data, so account reach, account engagement, and total followers. We'll go over through what each means and how and why would you want to use them or would you want to look at them. So first and foremost, an overview of it starts on the a subtitle of the insights overview, which summarizes basically how many accounts you compared this period to the prior period, and by default they're showing 30 days, but you can change that period and you can look at the different sections. So again, as I went over a lot of times with you guys, I recommend to look at your statistics on the frames of 30 days or monthly basis and compare it to the performance of the past month. But as far as the goal setup and comparing how do you achieve the goal, then you would look at the data quarterly. And this goes with anything that you do in social media, not only for Instagram. Okay, so again, if you look at it in the frame times of a smaller increment, it would be a month, which by default is 30 days. And if you would do it for the KPIs and goal achievement, that would be on a quarterly basis. Okay, so this is how the insights look. Let's go over the definition of each of these items. So reach audience. The reach audience section shows you how many unique users came across of your content. So right here, account reached. This is the value. It happened to be that our stats are plus 255% up, which is good. You always want to see greens. Obviously, if you're not that good, there is ways of analyzing this data, understanding what's happening or why you don't reach that much. But this is what reach means. So basically it means how many unique people have your content reached for the past 30 days. Okay, accounts engaged is how many out of these people have engaged with your content, meaning liked, commented, shared, saved your content. So again, you always want to stay in somewhere in the ratio of 20%. Again, doesn't happen on all accounts. It depends on the quality of your content, but this is what you would like to stay at. And total amount of followers, that is showing you where you are at currently as far as your number of followers and how much you grew since the last time. Again, as I said many times, in many cases, especially for Instagram, you should worry that your follower grows, and that's important, but you probably should worry more about your reach versus your follower growth, because if your followers are growing on the large scale for whatever reasons, and your reach is very poor, that doesn't mean that your content will bring conversions, bring sales, or anything else that you want to achieve as a goal. Okay, so these are the three items that you would look here. So let's take a look a little bit on on other things that you should know about your insights. So impressions refers to the number of times all of your posts have been viewed, including repeat views. Okay, so impressions, this is something that you should pay attention again, but I would actually really put an accent at your account reaches. This is more important than your impressions or followers. If you are not sure at what you're looking at currently, then you can always click on this eye icon and it will explain you. Moving down below, you can also look inside of your account reached. So if you see this chevron, that means that you are able to open it forward and look at the insides of that specific data. And what's good about it is it's showing you some insights about your audience, of where they are from, you know, who they are, and so on, and which is very good for you to understand which part of your goal have you achieved for the month as far as the audience reach. You can also look at the from where those people came from, whether they're organically or from an ad. You also can see whether they are followers or non-followers. You can also see where they actually came from, whether those are posts, stories, videos, live videos. Farther into your reach, you can also look at how many impressions that reach generated, how many profile views, how many website taps, how many email button taps. If you have a call button tap, you can also see that. So you technically are able to understand whether the goal of the conversions that you had was achieved through that reach. If let's say you have a campaign that requires people to click on your e-commerce store, which is on a website tab, or call you, and this has not been happening, which is not our aim, we do not have this as an aim, then you probably haven't done something proper or correct on your posts to be able to generate that return on your investment, or that KPI. Looking forward, if you click into the account engagements or account engaged, you can look at the comparison to the prior month, how many accounts have been engaged. You can also look at which audience is that from. You can look at are they followers or non-followers, same thing. You can look where they came from, whether that's organic or from an ad. If you look at the total followers, you can also see a little bit in details, a little bit more about how many people followed, how many people unfollowed, and how many new or net acquired accounts of followers you got, which is also good data to look at, but it's not the most important data. As I said, from my experience, most importantly, you have to look at the reach. You also can look at the genders of these people, which is also important for your language, the way you are creating those posts, and the language and the vocabulary you use and the tone you use. So again, it depends on what is that you're looking for. But normally, what I would recommend to extract this data either directly from Instagram or from whatever system you use for managing and monitoring your social media, and historically add it to a table, so you don't look at just a frame time of 30 days comparison to the past 30 days, but you look at historical data, because you would want to see how for example, quarter 2 compared to quarter 1. How did January 2022 compare to January 2021? So again, as long as you gradually import this data into some kind of data format for business intelligence, you'll be able to identify some patterns, and you'll be able to draw some conclusions out of it. Also, it's very important for you to extract if you have a spike of some kind due to a running campaign. You'd want to record in that data that you had a running campaign, and let's say 100% of the traffic or 100% of the reach or 50% of the reach came from the ad, or the data of followers versus non-followers you would also want to extract. So again, I would recommend all of this important data to be extracted into an Excel file or Google Sheet or any business intelligence tool you use, and start comparing and forming some patterns. Obviously, this also has to go hand in hand with evaluation of the content, because if the results are satisfactory, then you would want to continue doing what you do. But if the results are unsatisfactory, especially for the reach and especially for your call to actions, right, this email button or website tab or call button, if they are not satisfactory for yourself, then you would need to see what strategy changes you would want to do to improve the results next time. So again, this was Alice Pino with US Selling System. We talked about Instagram insights, how to use the data and how to draw some conclusions out of the data. And I gave you some tips on extracting the data into a better formed business intelligence sheet, and keep updating that sheet throughout the time, and start developing and analyzing some patterns. I would also recommend, since we are talking about whether that's outside or outsourced team or whether that's inside team, your team has to, not only the top manager or the manager or social department has to look at it, but you have to extract some important data that you are comfortable sharing with the rest of the team, because it's a psychological factor of a person that actually does the work to look at the results numerically and count or become accountable towards these results. So what we do here is we are extracting this data on a monthly basis. We are calling the meeting, we are analyzing the meeting, and we are recording some takeaways and actionable items of adjustments of the content or adjustments of the strategy, and we are spreading the actionable items in tasks across the team, this way making everybody accountable for a better result next time. So that's another management part of looking at the data and extracting those insights and sharing them with the people that actually do the work. Again, this was Alice Pino, and it was my pleasure to talk today about the Instagram insights, how to access them, and what to learn from them. Thank you. Hi everybody, this is Alice Pino with US Selling System. Today's topic will be about Instagram insights, how to access them and how to use them. You'll be able to identify some patterns, and you'll be able to draw some conclusions out of it. How to use the data and how to draw some conclusions out of the data. It's a psychological factor of a person that actually does the work to look at the results numerically. It was my pleasure to talk today about the Instagram insights, how to access them, and what to learn from them. Thank you.